What is going on, Dolphins fans? Welcome back to the Extra Yard. As you can see, this is a different looking panel. You could say it might look a little better, but it doesn't because Juan is still here, so it really doesn't look any better. However, joined by Justin Herbert's godson, right?
Hey.
His little Chupapi Muñaño, right?
Hey.
We've got Zach Taylor over here, and in your bottom, I don't know which one because everything is backwards. The ghost of Adam Gase. Thank you for being here, sir.
This is awesome. I appreciate you guys asking.
Yeah, I gotta say, I didn't even get a chance to talk to you backstage, so nice to meet you, bro. Kai just started the show, didn't even give us a second, so.
We're on Facebook today,
guys
okay?
like
and we're not on Twitter and Facebook. You need to start on time, so it's not my fault.
Just take it as this. Kai likes cutting people off. He thinks it makes him powerful when
it does.
Really
hey, tell me that it hasn't become a trend on the show.
It hasn't. It's all of us.
I mean, yeah, you guys have all made it a trend. I don't even have access to that, so.
Exactly.
All right, well, we are in the midst of a Miami Dolphins playoff run, and I say that because the playoffs have already started for the Miami Dolphins. Oh, wait, special guest. We're joined by Funko Tua. Funko Tua, do you have any special words for Colin Cowherd?
Fuck you.
Oh, Fredo Arteaga is here, so now the panel looks actually distinguished. If you want to make it look even better, boop, there it is, the best show we can possibly have. However, he's here, so we're stuck with him. So,
before I came on, Kai asked me, "You got a problem with Ghost of Adam Gase?"
Well, no. I don't know. I don't know who has issues with certain people, and Alf. Yes or no, you get into arguments with a lot of people on Twitter. I can't keep track of it. I gotta make sure. I can't.
I follow him. All you gotta do is look at my follower. If I follow you, I don't think you're an idiot. If I block you, I probably think you're a moron. You know what I mean?
It took me about a month and a half to figure out Alf's style. And once I did, I'm like, this guy's awesome, man. It took me for a month and a half.
Speaking of morons, by the way.
I was like, who the hell is this guy?
You saw Chris Sims. Chris Sims is wishing us. He's hoping that Tannehill. He actually said this on the air.
If I play that clip, will we get? Sorry to cut you off, but will we get copyright strikes?
If he wants to, like if they want to, if NBC wants to be a dick, yeah,
they are.
They'll flag you.
So I'm not gonna play it.
They'll throw the whole thing. I mean, the fuck off.
Although
it is newsworthy. He's hoping that Ryan Tannehill shoves this game right up our ass.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that one. I was talking about the one of him fumbling his words.
Yeah,
there's so many. I don't even click on them anymore. To be
I'm not trying to have Alejandro send me a message and be like, "Yo, Kai, what the fuck?"
Real quick. I do want to ask. All right, Alfredo, give me your worst Dolphins Twitter personality. Give me one person. Ghost, you give me one person. Juan, you give me one, and Kai, you give me one. Let's just do it. Let's blow it out of the water. Let's really call them out. Make the show hella spicy.
Okay, the worst. You want me to go first, or
yeah.
All right, the worst.
Yeah, set the mood.
It has to be Scooter because I think that he's for real. I think he actually believes this shit.
Okay, all right.
Or it could be that Joe guy.
Don't take that one from me.
Joe the show, isn't he? Didn't he get like?
Yeah, that started because I came at him on a tweet and it turned into this huge argument, and he ended up leaving Twitter. So I'm gonna take
Awesome.
You did it. That's the last day on Twitter. It started. I forget what even the tweet was, but I swear to God, it was the last time it was on Twitter.
So is that your answer too, Ghost?
And that other guy, Finn Rowe guy. What the hell is his name?
Bro, listen. I asked Alfredo for one. He's giving me three. My guy is ready to take some shots.
Yeah, I'll just go with one of the three.
I'll let Ghost go, though. It's not your turn, Juan. Shut up.
Fuck. All right. I just want to claim it.
Well, Alf took the easy ones, man. Like,
for sure.
But dude,
I'm on Twitter looking, to be honest.
I find Scooter entertaining. Like, he's more like a Saturday Night Live character. Like, so anyway, he's entertaining. Like, I like following him. I like what he says. But then Joe was just like, he was bad, man. But he's off Twitter, and you took him, so I can't take that one either. I used to get into crazy tips with Steve Anderson, like the number one.
Damn, that's another one. That was another one.
But yeah, I don't worst bad Twitter personality. I don't know, man. That Mystico guy is getting up there. I don't know if you've interacted with Mystico.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
He's getting up there. He's not a huge Tua fan.
I love it. Let's get some beefs going. Juan.
Is Scooter Lil Scooter
I got the
254?
easiest one for sure. Tuanon. I absolutely despise Tuanon. I think it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. At the moment it came out, I blocked it. I have muted it. I've done everything possible to avoid it. I refuse.
It's made it to national media.
It really has.
It's
Rich
crazy.
Eisen.
They're gonna get an NIL deal for fucking Barstool. I'm convinced.
Look, Rich Eisen mentioned it. I think the NBC Sports Show mentioned it too.
It was just today. Somebody, I think, like they mentioned it today that they're full Tuanon. That's crazy, dude.
Man,
made it to national media so many times, man.
All right, Kai.
I got a couple too.
Nah,
I was looking through my. Can I wait?
You seemed hesitant to start a beef, and now you're like, let's just throw out like 5 names. So what?
Look, the last time I started a beef, I almost got kicked off of 5 Reasons Sports. Okay, so I'm not trying to start a beef again. All right, this time I'm not trying to do that anymore. All right, but if I had to pick, can I just have a quick side mention before I say my thing? So I was looking through my block list, and apparently I blocked Hillary Clinton. I don't know why, but apparently I did.
So you did vote for Trump?
I didn't. I actually didn't vote in that election.
Yo, Kai voted for Trump. You heard it here first.
Did not vote in that election. I really didn't. I felt bad afterwards. I would have to say someone who I used to like, which is Brett Lagasse.
Oh, Brett?
Yeah. I used to like him, and
this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for somebody to say a name that somebody else.
Also, like Pablo G Radio, he's the other person I got beef with.
Oh, Pablo. I know Pablo.
I used to block people for no reason. It was just kind of like you said something about Tannehill, and I would block you. I gotta go through back and.
No, Pablo is an OG block. I blocked that motherfucker like 2 years ago. Like that guy. Let me tell you something about Pablo.
You took this
that
show.
Guy, Pablo. Like we're live, right? Like we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We've been live for 7
good.
minutes.
Pablo, if you want to find me, you can fucking find me. I fucking hate you. All right. I hope you die.
Oh my god!
Ow. Shit.
That guy is one serious piece of shit, man. Let me tell you that right now.
What's his name?
Yeah, he is.
I think it's different now.
He's a complete piece of shit. I tried to be nice. I tried to be nice to that fucking idiot. Okay, and by the way, I saved all the fucking DMs, Pablo. So you can come back at me all the fuck you want. All right.
I've only blocked one.
Yo,
on
Ricky,
Twitter.
Don't cut this. Don't use
this.
I'm gonna listen. I'll close this out. I'll close this out on this because this topic got much more wild than I anticipated. I think my most hated Dolphins personality on Twitter has to be that exclusivity
Juan
guy.
Cardona. I knew
it was gonna be. He tried to set it up like this 10 minutes ago, and it's like it's just went
Let me tell you one thing. I know Juan, and if I didn't know Juan, I would wake up in the morning. I would say, okay, what is this piece of shit up? Okay. Some mornings I'm like, is he like trying to offer like really real analysis? Or is he trying to troll or something, right? You know. But the worst thing that's happened to Juan, is the Houston Texans. Because I think that game put an end to Herbert for at least another year.
Jeez,
at least until next September.
Son of a bitches, bro. Fuck me one way and fuck me the other.
If that wasn't one of the more fun ways to start off an episode, I don't know what we can do to liven this show up for you guys.
Yeah. Ghost. If that didn't bring the ice, bro, I don't know.
All right, so. I mentioned earlier the Dolphins are in the midst of a playoff run, and the reason is because you're associated with this now, Ghost. I mean, this is just what you've done to us.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are in the playoffs already. Like, I mean, they have to win everything out in front of them. If they don't, they're not going to make the playoffs. I think they have like a 2% chance of making it.
I'm cool
if they lose either of the games. At this point,
I like Clump. I like Clump, by the way.
You gotta. Is it? Like,
yeah, I'm cool with Clump.
Acquired taste, man. Like. If you take Clump that seriously, you're the problem.
Y'all really like this topic. We can do this for an hour if you guys want.
Can we stay on this? Actually, I kind of like this.
I don't block anyone on Twitter. I've never blocked anyone. I have one person blocked, and it's AJ Terrell's uncle.
Wait.
That's what's up.
Take a few steps.
Feels like there's a story there.
Yeah, there's so in 2020, you know how Clemson absolutely got stomped by LSU. They put on a clinic, and I think I tweeted one tweet. I'm like, damn, AJ Terrell just played himself out of the first round. And fast forward into the draft, right? I'm I guess AJ Terrell's uncle is on Twitter. He had to be advanced searching Twitter, like for AJ Terrell. And he found my tweet, and he's finding all these negative tweets about AJ Terrell. And he's like, you about to see tonight, or like you finna see tonight. And I'm like, dude, I bet you $1,000 cash that AJ doesn't get drafted in the first round. So of course he gets drafted, and he's in my DM sending me his like Cash App, his Venmo. And I'm like, you know, I gotta take like a fatality L in this one and just block him. So like that was long story short, but that went on for like the entire draft night, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, it was my funnest one from this past year was Divine Diablo. Remember him from Virginia Tech? He ended up getting drafted by the Raiders.
Dude, he's a beast in Madden.
Okay, somebody asked me about him. I'm like, man, I said, you know what? He got drafted in the third round. Actually, I'm reading here by the Raiders. Okay, and he's played all right. He's played all right as a rookie. He's played all right this year. He's pretty good. Somebody asked me about him for the Dolphins, and I'm like, man, he's not a good fit. He's not the type of guy that this coaching staff is going to like. They look for speed and intelligence and 3-year, captain, and he just did not fit that profile, right? God damn, did his fucking brother come at me fucking hard on fucking Twitter. Like basically, like if I was destroying his draft status, I'm like, dude, I'm just some fucking douchebag here on fucking on Twitter saying that I don't like him for my team. All right, like relax, man. He started quoting like 40 times and all type of shit at me, and I'm like, okay, fine, man, your guy's all right, leave me alone already.
Didn't somebody
I'm
get
blocked
into
by
a fight
Nick
with
Needham's
like
mom?
Yeah, was it Nick Needham? I thought somebody got into a fight with Nolan Carroll's mom too on Twitter.
I don't remember, but I just know at one point me and Nick Needham's mom like followed each other, and then after that, one random day, I think Big E had retweeted something of hers, and I was like, oh, I can't see it, and I clicked, and it was like, you've been blocked, and I was like, oh, it's probably because I said something about fucking Trump or something, because I saw she had a couple tweets about Trump, and I ended up getting blocked by Nick Needham's mom. Then it popped up the other night when he got the interception, because everyone else is talking about like, oh, who else has been blocked by Nick Needham's mom? I was like, hey, me too.
That's a real sign that you've made it.
The weirdest one for me is I got blocked by Terrell Suggs, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. And I looked through all of my tweets, and I can't find
the
why I got blocked by Terrell Suggs.
Ones, dude.
I keep trying to find some advanced stats to like help him in the argument, but like, it does not work out for Gesicki in blocking.
Yeah, Gesicki actually, he'll block you if you tweet at him because he stays off social media, and he said he doesn't want to get involved in Twitter. So even if you're tweeting like Mike, awesome game, I think some kid in our group chat, he actually tweeted at Mike like awesome game, and he blocked him. But I think it's because he doesn't want to interact like on Twitter. He said it takes away from, I don't know, there was something like it takes away from his game, or something like
his
that.
game ain't about to get a contract from the Dolphins, so I don't know.
I mean, the Dolphins also are like running every play possible to not throw it his way. So
I'm fine with that. After watching him get bodied by a fucking corner the other night, I'm good.
Do we want to talk about the Saints game?
I guess I can do this. Okay. Although you would know this if you were on.
There's got to be a story. Wait. There has to be a story to this. This has to be.
I don't even think
developed in the comments section, please. There needs to be something for this.
Let us know, JP.
Fuck, you get blocked by Tua.
Dude, that's JP. That's Finston. That's your favorite guy, Alf.
Oh boy.
Wait. Really?
Oh no, sorry. JP's the other one. JP's the other one. It's wrong guy.
Really quickly, I last final thing here before we get into the Saints game. I do want to just finally mention my block list. I was looking at it again. It did get quite long because I remember when I did start a beef with a specific person on Twitter, I ended up looking through people that they follow, that I followed, that were mutuals, and if I felt like they disagreed, I blocked them. So there was a point in time where I did have Ghost blocked on Twitter because of that moment. So I do want to mention that me and Ghost used to both follow each other.
And that happened. So some respect.
Ghost doesn't follow me back. But it is what it is.
Oh, wait. I don't follow you?
Also,
if I follow you for that, I have a simple policy. If I follow you, you tweet at me, you ask me a question, I answer it. I'm not going to be a dick. You know what I mean? If I think you're a fucking moron, I will block you.
It was back to back. There was back to back Jesse Davis.
And those are the only people Jesse Davis has blocked all year.
I genuinely think everyone on this panel could pancake Jesse Davis easily.
You just run around.
No. He got pancaked by a cornerback, bro.
It was okay. I did that, but I was wrong. It was that rookie linebacker.
Yeah, it's Warner. That guy's good, man.
He wears 20. He's a cornerback. It's embarrassing.
He's built like a safety. It's fine.
Oh Lord,
who the fuck was that?
That was Jesse Davis.
That's Jesse Davis. Good. That's who they trusted. Oh wow. Okay. Well,
that's who they trusted.
Dude, remember when he was like actually okay, and then
never. He was like at best he was like average and like serviceable. But like
he has gotten worse. Okay. He really has gotten worse. Like so everybody's like, oh, Jesse Davis has always been this bad. It wasn't this bad. This is
never. It was this is like a deteriorating issue, but like he's always had like a knee thing, whatever. But I just don't know how they continue to look on tape and say that nobody and nothing is better. Like it's just I don't understand.
Don't we have 3 former offensive linemen that we had in the offseason that are now starting somewhere else?
How do they look at the running back room and get frustrated with Myles Gaskin
the center,
and not get frustrated with Jesse Davis? Like
the center from the Ravens that we got, he's starting for the Giants, isn't he?
Yeah.
Matt Skura is starting for the Giants. Yeah.
Then there was
Illuminor.
Illuminor is starting.
He's with the Raiders. Yeah.
I thought we had one more that was starting somewhere else.
Oh, Eric Flowers from last year starting for the Washington football team at left guard. So
Isaiah Wilson's on the practice squad for the Giants, but there was some shit tweeted about him today. So
I don't think he really counts.
He's with the Jets though.
I'm just mentioning.
Yeah. Okay, but we haven't on this show had a chance to talk about the Saints game specifically yet. I know Alf covered it on the latest 3 yards per carry. Well, on the previous 3 yards per carry, because did you guys release the second one already?
We released. We just released it like right now, right before the show. We did the preview for the Titans. Me and
that explains why I haven't heard. Okay,
yeah. I can give you a little news if you want some news.
Do it.
Ooh.
Okay, I released this on OnlyFans. As far as the off season is concerned, you know how we talk about Gesicki? Are they going to re-sign Gesicki?
Oh, I saw this.
There is no information on Gesicki, but Emmanuel Ogbah looking good. That's all I'll say.
Very good.
I mean, okay, we can get into this one real quick.
And let me tell you, the numbers will be fat and big,
as they should.
So,
he deserves
it. On Twitter, you're gonna hear people saying, "Oh my God, what?" Okay, that's what you
just throw a random number out, Alf. What do you think? Like 4 years?
I'll just give you the guarantee number: 40 million guaranteed.
Ooh, that's
many.
That's high, but that doesn't feel too bad, honestly.
It doesn't. Like the way it was explained to me, it sounded like a lot of money, but I was like, you know what, this could actually be a really good deal, especially if he plays.
It's gonna balloon. The cap's gonna balloon in like 2 years anyway.
It's ballooning next year. It's going from 197 to 217 officially.
But even after that, I think it's like 227. And
it's gonna keep going up because of the TV revenue.
Well, and so here we'll go around and ask everybody this, and I'll start with you, Juan. Just pick one of the two as a higher priority for you. Gesicki or Ogbah, who's more important to you for the Dolphins to resign?
If I don't have to get into a bidding war, for sure Ogbah. Because I mean, those
forget bidding wars and everything. Like the first guy that you want them to walk up to you and give a contract to.
Well, that I want.
Right, in your opinion, who should the Dolphins go after?
I would want them to go after Gesicki.
Okay.
I feel like there are less
more important.
I feel like there are less players like Gesicki than there are Ogbahs. Like I feel like Brian Flores could find somebody else and not necessarily replicate the same production, but him and then another body and more or less get that production. Especially because you did draft JP and then you also got other pieces that you also want to kind of develop, like Scarlett and potentially Beagle. So even AVG, AVG, I think his contract is up after this year. So I might myself go after just Gesicki.
Okay. Ghost?
Yeah, I was always on Ogbah. But if you ever give me an above average offensive lineman, a above average defensive lineman, which Ogbah is, right? I'm always going to take a trench player. When Gesicki show that he can block like Kittle, he can block like Kelsey, he could run routes like Waller, then yeah, I'd bring Gesicki in the conversation. But if you ever give me a good defensive lineman or a good offensive lineman, I'm always going to take that over a skill player unless that skill player is like top 5. You know?
Okay, so just like what is it, Madagascar 3? You like them big, you like them chunky, right? All right, Alfredo.
Yeah, I would say a few months ago I would have said Gesicki, but if you think about it, how do you replace a Mike Gesicki? Get a better wide receiver, and then just have tight ends replace Gesicki in the aggregate. It's hard to replace a guy like Gesicki. But I think it's Agba for one reason. You have a unit, your defensive unit is absolutely stacked. Okay, if you look at the defense, man, you got talent everywhere. I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to mess with it. And Agba's a huge part of it. So bring him back, man. Bring back this entire unit. Like if you look at it, man, they're not only good and they don't only play good and have good numbers. They're talented, really talented everywhere. At every single level. So I don't want to mess with that. I bring him back.
Kai? Man, you having a lot of fun downloading these player pictures.
It's very quick. I mean, I feel like not going after Emmanuel Ogbah is just insane and keeping him around. I mean, for Mike, I would be you and Juan already know my thoughts because I said that I would love a guy like Pat Freiermuth, but like I'm good with Durham Smythe, Hunter Long, and Adam Shaheen. I know Shaheen is an interesting character, but I'm good with having a guy like Durham Smythe, and I'm chilling. Like I don't know. I think the same. I would have liked Mike before, and it would have been the one, but now I just can't wrap my head around keeping Mike Gesicki.
Okay, and let's just do a quick recap on Monday night's game. Right, we'll just go real fast around. Kyle, I'll start with you again. Everybody's going to pick one offensive player they want to talk about, and then we'll go again, kind of snake draft, right? And you pick one defensive player, kind of sum up what you thought. Nobody picked the same player. So if they already picked it, well, too bad. That's why we're snake drafting. Kai, you go first.
I want to talk about Tua Tagovailoa and how he is the worst quarterback in the entire world that's ever stepped onto a football field.
Ricky, there's your clip, bro.
That is your clip. No, I mean, I honestly don't. I want to talk about how Duke Johnson made all Dolphins fans feel as if he was the next coming of Jesus, and then he was not the next coming of Jesus. That's what I want to talk about.
Did you see that run in the red zone? That looked like Jesus
almost
to me, man.
Almost like Philip Lindsay or
Philip Lindsay.
How many
is a
times
god.
are you gonna call him Lindsley, bro?
He's a Hall of Famer. He went 13 carries for like 29 yards. Like
wait, no. I want to talk about Mac Hollins.
Okay, well, you pick too many names. Pick Mac a name Hollins. And get going.
Mac Hollins.
Why?
Mac Hollins had a 40-yard catch. He deserves to have a lifetime deal, and then he'll end up being in the Ring of Honor. That's what I want to say about
you.
Mac
Basically
Hollins.
Stole what Alfredo already said, but in our Dolphins chat. But Alfredo, give me a name.
I've been saying he deserves a lifetime contract.
Yeah, Mac Hollins should be our Slater. Like he should be here for like 10 years, and like, dude, think about it. Every time you ask him to do something for you,
the door's wide open.
He comes through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to talk about somebody on this team, I want to talk about on the offense.
Yes,
Jesse Davis was absolutely useless once again, and it's hard to think of a game where he played worse. But you could have put a garbage can at right.
What about the one where he got Tua killed?
I'm saying you could put a garbage can, and at least Cameron Jordan has to run around the garbage can. At times it looked like Jesse Davis was helping people get to Tua. Like he was like pushing them toward Tua.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was as bad as Jesse Davis has played all year, which is saying something in and of itself.
Wait, are we going bad players first or good players first?
Just picking a player on offense.
Mac Hollins is not a bad player. What the
fuck? Because we got a lot of playoff scenarios and stuff to talk about, so I'm going quickly through it. Ghost.
Oh, you want me to get that
one
ready?
Offensive player you want to talk about?
Taking the easy route and taking Jalen Waddle. The offense runs through Waddle. I know that offensive rookie of the year is not. They don't look at the value the rookie has to the team. But you can see the difference of the offense when Waddle actually plays versus last week when he is out. The offense runs through Waddle. I think he is the most valuable rookie to a team out of this entire rookie class so far. People are going to say Mac. People are going to say Mac Jones is the most valuable. He's more valuable to the.
When you can win a game where you only throw 3 passes, you're really valuable.
I don't think he's that valuable.
If you're that pale though, they're gonna praise you.
Oh yeah,
that's what they do.
And
but yeah, great coming from you.
He's the most.
I mean, I'm gonna praise you.
He's the most important rookie to our team. I mean, it's hands down. I don't think Jamar Chase has less. He is less valuable to the Bengals than Jalen Waddle is valuable to the Dolphins.
Yeah,
so.
Agreed. You know what? Here's the best part about that is I had an entire blowout conversation with someone on this show about Waddle, how good he can be, and the importance of what he brings to the team.
No.
And
that was not the conversation. They
said Waddle doesn't put out any effort. He's not that good.
That was what the conversation was about.
Is that what you said?
And not breaking tackles. Absolutely.
You said Waddle was a bad pick at 6. That is what you said word for word.
I don't think that was word for word.
Okay, pick another player, but you said it, and now
I said I would have preferred Jamar Chase.
Sam Darnold.
It's all right. I was right for 3 weeks, and then when he came back the first week, he threw a 62-yarder. That's all I can talk about.
You're ugly. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna talk about Robert Hunt, bro. Big Ugly. I'm gonna show him some love. A couple times he finished with people underneath him, so that's always great to see for an offensive lineman. And you just always see push from him, man. And then he started doing like having him pull. So when Duke is behind him, like you notice the difference. And sometimes with Lindsey, I guess too.
Yeah. I guess I'll talk about Tua then for a second. I am a bit let down with how inconsistent the performances have been from him recently. And it's not so much that it's been terrible play. It's just we've seen how accurate he can be with the ball and how good he can be at decision making. And he kind of hit a slump for a little bit, and then he was riding a high where he was making the right throws and everything. And now it's kind of back to that unevenness throughout the game. And I understand a lot of it is the pressure, and a lot of it is, just the difference on everything else going on. But he needs to be more consistent, right? He can't play the way he has the last 2 weeks.
I love Bishop.
Tua can't play the way he did the last 2 weeks for the next 2 and still expect to win, right? Because these teams are better teams. They're going to take advantage of it. But with all that being said, the fact that Tua only was sacked 3 times in that game, which someone on this panel called on the pregame show, he was only sacked 3 times total. I mean, that's complete magic.
Congratulations. Okay.
I mean, I kicked your ass with that one. But is it not magic? Because it looked like he should have been sacked probably as many times as Ian Book, because they were there.
Superpower, bro. That's one of his superpowers. That's just what it is, dog. We just got to give him some more weapons. That's where we're at.
Was my favorite moment of that game when they brought in Brissett to run that sneak, and then they didn't get it or whatever, and then they come back from commercial. Oh, they did get it. I'm not sure. No, they come back from commercial, and Brissett is on the sideline, like warming up. And I'm thinking to myself, sit your fucking ass down already, okay? Stop doing that warm up, that passive aggressive. I'm gonna go warm up in front of the bench thing. Like, stop it already.
I mean, I like that everybody calls him Brisket.
Everybody likes him. Everybody likes him. I know people that know him personally, and they say he's the greatest guy. But god damn, he was bad this year, man.
He was terrible. He was a 2-pack of ass.
Think about it. We could have been playing for like a division title.
Do you think that the Dolphins win any of those 4 games that he played if Tua's at quarterback?
Oh God!
At least one. Are you kidding me?
I'm asking Wanda because he said something a little different last time.
I said 1.
Last time you did not say 1. Last time you said they'd lose all 4.
I think you said the same thing last time too, and I said I refuted it. I feel like this is like the 3rd time I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, because I want to keep calling you out for being a bitch. All right, Juan. Defense. Give me somebody on defense that you want to talk about.
Brandon motherfucking Jones, man.
You motherfucker. I've been talking about him all year, and now you have one tweet about him. One tweet.
He's the biggest Brandon Jones fan there is. Deal with it.
Suck it. No, but my dog's just a bullet, bro. He just flies out there and he just makes plays, man. He's always around the ball. You always notice him when it comes to effort. And there's a couple times when Kamara was breaking tackles, and right at the end, you just see Brandon Jones come in and just clean up. So it's great to see him be a good player in and of itself, because now you're talking about pairing him and Javon Holland for potentially like the next decade, and you feel good about the back end.
Very true. I appreciate it. Look at you being an actual Dolphins analyst. This is weird. All right, Ghost.
Zach Sealer's a top 3 interior defensive lineman. It's not even close. I don't know why his rep count is so low.
Because they want to equate it to the money, I guess, because they stole him for basically dollars.
In their mind, they think it's that he's so good because he plays so few snaps, which is like
That doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
At all.
Wasn't there another coach that said that before? I think Alfred mentioned it before on 3 yards per carry. I think Nick Saban was the coach, and there was some player who was like, "Oh, he does well because he only plays those 10 to 15 snaps."
It's crazy that someone could be that efficient. Then, if you're that efficient as a football player, you're making a play every single time you're in the game, and you're playing 21% of the snaps. I think you should be getting a little bit more. But yeah, he's definitely right. Anytime that he's on the field, it's you notice him in the backfield, whether he's making the play, whether he's not. I know he's only got 2 sacks on the year. He's a disruption interior defensive lineman. I don't see. There's definitely not 5 more interior defensive linemen that I take over as actually right now.
For sure. Kai, I was gonna let you do it because you're the biggest Royal fan.
Jose A. Lucas, thank you so much for the $2 dono. Is this the biggest game of Tua's career? I'm going to throw it over to the panel, and I'm going to ask Juan Cardona, is this the biggest game of Tua Tagovailoa's career?
I feel like I just said that about the Saints game, so I feel like if I say that this week, I might as well just say the same thing next week because I just
every game he plays from now to the end of the season.
TMI, Royal.
It really
TMI.
is. Really is.
We'll talk to your wife. Nice. Maybe she can help you with that.
Oh, she's watching.
Okay. She's watching.
Alfredo, what do you think? Biggest game of his career?
Oh, easily. And everybody's gonna say, "Oh, but not next week. Next week's the big one." No.
Ricky Williams.
Next week's at home, and he's gonna be. It's a much softer landing spot. You know, there's a reason why good teams win at home a lot. All right, and Dolphins are one of them. Titans are a good team. They're at home. He goes in there, he beats them. That one goes on the highlight reel. Like, that's a big game. But we were asking before about defensive players. How do we not mention AVG, man? He leads the NFL in quarterback hits now. Can you believe that?
AVG. That's why I said. Yeah.
That's a guy that is essentially a third down rush specialist, and he doesn't get the opportunities that other guys get.
And they get him, Agba, and JP on the field at the same time.
And it's insane.
It's literally either they'll go on third down, they'll put Agba, JP next to each other, and then the next down they'll go and put JP and AVG next to each other on the other side.
And in this last game, if you saw him on that pass that he broke up from Ian Book when Ian Book tried to throw that little option route inside
to Kamara.
Yeah, to Kamara. Yeah. You could see AVG.
He was gonna house it. He was gonna house.
He was thinking I'm intercepting it, but then you could see him like
he just didn't know how to catch it.
He was overthinking it, and he's like, "Okay, I'm not gonna run out of my zone. Although I should."
You should have just body catched it.
And then at the last second, he's like, "Yeah, run out of my zone." And sure enough, man, had he just been decisive, that ball would have hit him right in the chest, man. He could have scored with that thing.
Housed him.
If it was Jerome Baker, he would have intercepted it because Jerome Baker would know to break on that thing.
Kai?
Bishop is a fucking piece of shit. Always. Fuck him.
Defensively?
Yeah.
Wait, did Ghost go? Did you go with your defensive player? I just want to make sure.
He said Sealer.
Yeah, Sealer.
Okay, I just want to double check. I want to listen, guess and want to make sure everything's all right.
It's just when people come on new, they don't know when to interrupt people. If you got something to say, Ghost, just talk over everybody.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry
about it.
I need
5 minutes. All right, guys? 5 minutes.
Bet.
I'll take you off. Fuck.
Dude. There's 2 names left. Stupid. There's 2 names left, and I think you've got one names that you should say. And shut up! Nobody cares what you got to say, Kai.
Cool. So, Griffin Gaming, shout out for the $5 dono. Thank you so much. Honestly, just keep Duke and Phillip and have them share the load next year and focus on the offensive line in the offseason. I completely agree, except fire Duke Johnson into the sun. Go Gators. What does anyone else think about this?
We should do that.
It's a joke. I think I agree with this. I agree with keeping Duke and Lindsey. I think that's a great idea.
I would agree keeping all of them into camp. But I definitely need 2 running backs drafted. I need 1 signed, and they're all gonna battle it out in camp. That's
wait, repeat that. Repeat that one. Repeat that one.
I need 2 running backs drafted, 1 signed, 1 undrafted free agent, 1 trade, and then they all got to battle it out of camp.
Okay.
I think we keep Philip Lindsay. He's the hardest runner in the team. Every time he touches the ball, he's falling forward for 4 yards. Doesn't matter if he gets hit at the line of scrimmage.
He runs like he's shot out of a cannon.
Every time, man. He's the hardest runner. He's 187 pounds. He's about 20 pounds lighter than every running back we have on the team.
He looks like AJ Hawk.
Alfredo, we can see you. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay. I just want to make sure. Wait, what name did you say, Kai?
He didn't.
Oh, so I was gonna say, for me, I have to say the person whose mom blocked me on Twitter because I've been a proponent of Brandon Jones and Nick Needham for so long now, and one of them was stolen, and the other one against all odds. When everyone said that Noah Igbenogany was gonna play his ass out of a job, Nick Needham stayed and made a name for himself. I love Nick Needham. I love him so much. I was so glad that he was able to get that. And once that play happened, I was like, yeah, this game's over. From that play, this game's over.
That was like, the third offensive play.
Across the
what'd you say, Gus?
I think it's funny. They keep giving Igbenogany chances all over the field. And he's a special teams gunner right now on punt. And the last 2 weeks, he's playing himself out of that position as well. He had a huge penalty, had a huge penalty against the Saints. And he constantly out of position against the Jets, man.
Yeah,
I remember when he was drafted, everyone's like, "Oh, Nick's gone now."
Terrible.
No, Nick is here to stay.
Noah has stance.
Odie Glock.
Yeah, he's got stance,
and he's keeping Trill off the field too. So it's like it's such a terrible situation.
I want to see Trill so bad.
Can I just say that I'm surprised nobody said
Williams,
defensive
you got to
player of the
understand.
month?
I'm sorry. Trill Williams is like, what is he? 23 years old. Like, man, that they got that guy on ice. Like, that's a Brian Flores special. Like, you might see him next year. They picked him up to make sure nobody else had him, and they're just stashing him. I think it's a good move.
Yeah,
but the funny thing about Noah Igbenogany, if you look at the team, everybody on this team has either made a positive or negative mark on this team. Noah Igbenogany has been like he's wallpaper. Like, he doesn't do anything. Like, he might as well be the water boy. Like, Jesus Christ, he hasn't done nothing, man. But guess what he might be doing this weekend? Returning kickoffs.
I don't like Javon Holm back there. I hate seeing Javon Holm returning kicks. I don't care who it is. Throw Noah back there. Throw someone. Stop making Javon Holm return kicks.
Well, if he's just going to trust him. No?
I don't.
What's the cap, Kai?
I keep seeing Preston Williams
putting Javon in the back
every time that Javon Holland catches a punt.
You know what?
Preston Williams, man. I remember Preston Williams.
Me and Mike had this argument about Waddle. Do you feel the same about Waddle being back there?
Yeah, I don't know. I cringe every single time they get hit, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm the opposite because I'm the type to where, like, you got to give playmakers a chance to ball. And sometimes, like, this is my specific example. Like, for me, I would have done Waddle like how they did Ed Reed. Like, Ed Reed, whenever they needed a big play, it was just, go out there and make a play. And, it was once in a while. It wasn't like a every game type of thing. With Holland back there, it's a little odd. I can't really name too many safeties that are 100% the punt returner. So,
was one great one, man. Ed Reed.
But was he always back there? I feel like he was like kind of like an occasional thing.
Nah, he was back there a lot. If you look up his numbers, like, he has a bunch of punt return touchdowns.
He was one of the best safeties at pick six, and man, he can navigate that field like a punt returner.
But he was slow, man. Like, he wasn't slow like lineman, but for a safety, Ed Reed wasn't like blinding
13
speed.
punt return touchdowns.
There you go.
Ed Reed just knew all the.
Yeah, 13.
Ed Reed had 13 punt return touchdowns.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Wait. 13 total touchdowns.
Yeah, I was gonna say
13 total touchdowns. He had 3 on block punts. He had 1 punt return touchdown, 7 pick sixes, and 2 fumble returns. Sorry, I read that incorrectly.
7 pick sixes, motherfucker.
3 defensive touchdowns total.
I will say, just before we step off the defense, although we already
did. Not. I can always talk about the defense.
Well, I was gonna say I'm surprised nobody picked AFC Defensive Player of the Month in Jerome Baker.
Listen, people have been slandering Jerome Baker's name too. You know what, Joshua Houts, my brother, I'm looking at you because you've been slandering him too. So many times Joshua Houts has been on thy Twitter slandering Jerome Baker's name.
I think the thing that makes Jerome Baker his best is when they just tell him, listen, go out there and just see ball, go find ball. Just do whatever you want to do, right? You want to blitz, go blitz. You want to cover the running back, go cover the running back. You let him do that. I mean, he's really coming through. What, he has 2 or 3 turnovers on the season, probably like 5 or 6 sacks with a bunch of tackles for loss. I mean, he's by far our best linebacker. I mean, by a really long margin.
I mean, look, I know that I could really shit on Landon Roberts a lot of times, but when that motherfucker gets like a good lick on you, like bro, you feel that shit and you hear that shit. Like there was one time with a fullback, like late in the game, where he just depleted him, and I'm talking like a grown man, like off his feet, and that's Landon Roberts. Those are like the 1 or 2, 3 plays that he gives you a game where like Brian Flores, like that's what he needs.
Yeah, Jerome Baker, man. Jerome Baker is a dream. Like that's who you want, man. Like when you pay a guy, that's exactly who you want as a football player. All his teammates love him. He's an alpha. If you watch him in camp, if you watch him in practice, he's the one who runs that show. Like he's calling all the signals. He's putting people in place. Like, and then when you watch him play, man, as a scrape linebacker, there are not many that are better than him in the NFL. Now, if you ask him to do too much, then some of the things he's not good at, they're gonna show up. But if he's uncovered, okay, if he doesn't have to be going up against 320-pound guards, man, he's a beast. Like he gets out on the flat. Did you see when he ran down Ian Book? Ian Book is not slow. Ian Book runs like 4.55.
No, and he had that should have been turnover on Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
he ripped that crap right out of his hands, but they blew it dead.
I love Jerome Baker. Jerome Baker, that was a absolute monster hit in the draft. Like that's what you want to do in the draft. You want to hit on guys like that. Guys, even the Man of the Year nominee for the Dolphins.
Yep.
Well, they paid him for a reason. I mean, people don't see it. That's tough.
True. They need man. They need a Landon Roberts replacement, and I like Landon Roberts. He's a nice player, and he far outplays his contract. He outplays his contract.
He's a one-trick pony, but he does that very well. He's a heat-seeking.
Yeah. The thing is that we talked about this on the podcast also, is that he's a thumper. He's a good, 2-gap runner. But you know how many of those guys there are in the NFL, man? There's tons of them. They had one in Calvin Munson. Calvin Munson does that job. Like it's a simple job. It's just reading 2 gaps, just running through it.
What linebacker just made it to the Pro Bowl? Was it Perriman or no?
Denzel Perriman. Yeah, Denzel Perriman, that's what he does, man. He reads 2 gaps and he runs into
Denzel
one.
Perriman is one of those guys. He hits you, listen, and you get knocked the fuck out.
That's the thing. There's so many of those guys that you could just throw a rock and you'll hit one. What Dolphins need is a guy that can do that, and then you could ask him to do other things as well. A versatile, like a Hightower type. That's who they need.
Yeah.
They get and look, hey, you know who's a free agent, right? I think Hightower's a free agent. So
I thought Hightower was re-signed by the Patriots.
I don't know. I think he's a free agent. I don't know. I got to look it up.
I don't believe so, but I will double check that for you.
Check it out. Check it out to see if he re-signed or not. Because that's a good one, man. If he's available, like, there's your answer.
I'm not sure if he re-signed, but to my immediate knowledge, he did take a year off of COVID, so that would mean that instead of there would be 2 years, but I will double check just in case.
Yeah, if he's available, there's your answer.
Okie dokie then. All right, well, this Sunday, right? The Dolphins
he is available.
The Dolphins' next most important game.
He's a Dolphin.
Yes. He had his contract was supposed to expire this offseason or this past offseason, but because of COVID, that 1 year got pushed to this year. So he will be a free agent at the age of 32 years old in 2022.
Perfect. That means he'll be cheap.
I'm gonna make you guys do something fun again because we already shit on certain people on Dolphins Twitter. Right, we all got to pick something. Let's have a love fest with former Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean, absolutely?
Shut the fuck up, you Kai.
Nobody has anything nice they can say about Tannehill.
Shut the fuck up.
Not a single nice thing about number 17.
He was a great big body who knew how to take a sack.
He knows how.
Stupid.
Yeah, he has good taste in assault weaponry.
Yeah, Lauren Tannehill though. Play that.
He stands with his teammates.
It doesn't matter what happens on the field because he goes home to Lauren, man.
Let me say one. I'll say one thing. Good thing about Ryan Tannehill. That guy was tough as fucking nails.
Fucking nails.
Right? Yep. Okay. Like he may have been like. Look, we talked about him on the podcast today. You can listen to it when you get a chance. We talked at length about Ryan Tannehill, and I was thinking, you know what? His very best was kind of elite, but his worst was like disastrous. You know what I mean? So you had too big of a spread. And CK was actually saying, you know what? Was his best even really all that great? Like he was mediocrity personified here in Miami. Like he was just there.
A better game than Tannehill's best game in Miami. So it's after 2 years, Tua's already had a better game than Tannehill's best game in Miami. So it's like, yeah.
No, and Tua's 17-game sample is better than any 17-game sample that Tannehill ever had here in Miami. It's just a fact.
I realized today, and I always thought Tannehill was playing well because I don't follow Titans. I'm sorry, I don't follow them.
He's having the worst season of his career.
He's tied for first in the league.
Kyle, what are we doing? Kyle, what are we doing? What channel do you think this is?
League interceptions, and he's
people mentioned it. What do you want from me?
Nobody said look up K-top picks, bro.
It's RK.
I didn't. I searched Tannehill wife, and that's what popped up.
Ghost was saying some actual stuff, and you out here. Go ahead, Ghost.
But Tannehill, he leads the league in interceptions, and he's second in sacks taken, which is not a surprise to us. You know, we watched that Statue of Liberty stand in the.
Oh, come on, Kendall. What the fuck are you fucking? All right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing about Kendall. Listen, we need to.
Is Kendall with Rihanna and we don't know about it? Like Jesus.
Wong Dong Tigers. Meow.
Like she's all right. Lauren Tannehill's all right. We're not gonna slander her on this show.
I don't understand why that was happening. Appreciate you, Kai, for really feeding into that one. All right, so let's not talk about Tannehill. Yeah, I don't know what to do. You people in the comments, gosh, you guys.
Kendall Smith said that woman looks like a cracked out Jessica Simpson. Jesus,
that's Christ, our Kendall.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking to Kendall. Like, who is Kendall fucking? Is he fucking Rihanna? We don't know about it.
Very cool.
Like Jesus Christ.
Certified 3.7
out of how
man?
many?
Let's do.
It's a Miami 4, yo.
Javier, no, I do not listen to the comments because y'all asked for some wild shit.
So she's like a Tennessee 10 now.
I don't know what.
I mean, I will say she does look like everybody else in Nashville. If you've ever been to Nashville and you've ever been to what is it? Is it Broadway? That main street in Nashville? That place sucks. That place sucks. It's literally just a bunch of trucks of like bridal parties, listening to country music, and
those are flyover states. Those are flyover states for.
That's all before the year 2000, so Juan doesn't know.
Well, yeah, Juan doesn't know that the flyover states start like 1,000 miles to the west of Tennessee.
No, I consider Tennessee 100% a flyover state. Mississippi, all those states that I would never visit or drive through.
You have horrible taste in
Wyoming.
Reasons. There's nothing for me in Wyoming. Absolutely not. Arizona, I might consider.
Except for Kanye West.
Yeah, no. There's absolutely nothing.
Actually, Kanye just moved across the street from his ex-wife.
Montana's a beautiful state.
It is.
Yeah, probably never go there.
Well, you'll be missing out, man. That's where Yellowstone is. It's beautiful state. Mountains, green, animals.
It's like everything here.
Give me Nope. Give me Europe. I'm trying. The next one's for sure Japan. That's where I have to go. But like,
it's still closed. I keep checking. It's still like a lot of stuff is still closed up. Okay.
So is Germany.
Yeah. Look, we can talk about the Titans, but I don't really
want to show up in Japan, get COVID, and never come back.
Bro, don't get my hopes up. Okay. Oh wait,
that's my fear. You guys know how worse.
That's my fear.
You guys would hear my rants at
I know people, man.
You got at like 3 in the morning. Okay, like
I know people.
You guys would wake up to like threads
vacations.
of like shit of like. Oh,
Thank you once again, Griffin Gaming, for now a $10 dono. Says, I have friends who, when I point out Tannehill's season this year, were coming up with excuses for him, but then they shit on Tua and repeating ESPN narratives, shaking my head. I completely fucking agree. Thank you for the $10 dono. So much.
Griffin, do you live in Tennessee? I'm sorry, bro.
Are we saying Tannehill was getting carried by Derrick Henry, or is that not the narrative?
No. Tannehill was carrying Derrick Henry for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last year was the Titans.
That's what I saw a lot of graphs with like stat comparisons to like Mahomes from like I think like 2019 to 2020. And it just so happened to be the years that Derrick Henry was going off. So I was just curious how that worked out.
Well, here's the thing.
Tannehill's having his worst statistical season
very
this
easy
year.
to throw the ball over a 2,000-yard rusher. Very big.
My point. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. When Tua gets 50 yards rushing from his team, imagine 200 yards a game.
To your point, last year Tannehill was 33 for 7 touchdown to interception ratio with Derrick Henry. This year, Derrick Henry's been out for a majority of the season. I guess we could say now he has his worst statistical season with 14 interceptions right now. Currently, the most he's thrown is 17, but he's at 14, and he'll probably get close to that if he throws a couple this
season. Bishop Sycamore's Finest says that Japan is notorious for their lady boys.
Bro,
it was in the movie Thailand, Hangover 2. That was Thailand. And Michael would know. He just said, it was Thailand. So I don't know where the hell you got that.
Hey, don't be disrespecting my fucking people out here, all right? Don't be talking about Japan and not having that.
I just say that as a huge anime fan. Like, I'm pretty confident that's not.
I'm just saying for them.
My favorite country.
Hey, back on Tannehill, you know what the real difference is, man? And we dug deep into the podcast on this. Look at his numbers without AJ Brown. He's absolutely
that's so far incorrect. Sorry, this comment. Also, if you could touch on that really quick.
No,
Alf, if you could touch on that really quick.
Was still a plan A over there up until he left.
Well, you want me to touch on what the plan for AJ Brown?
You were talking about AJ. You were about to lead into AJ Brown. Brendan has asked.
Like, it's popular to say, look, man, you're paying Xavier Howard all this money, have him travel. No, you don't want to do that. Okay, you have Xavier Howard travel with AJ Brown. Then they're going to start running him in motion. They're going to put Xavier Howard into traffic. They're going to run him on picks. They're going to put him in the slot. And then at the end of the game, you're going to say, wow, AJ Brown just got a pile of yards, and our guy just spent the entire day chasing somebody across formations. So, no, you keep Xavier Howard exactly where he is. Play him at left cornerback. Whoever lines up over there, he plays over there. That's it.
Do you think we should do to him what the Ravens did to Devontae Adams?
What, try to bracket him the whole game?
He doesn't warrant that.
I'm just curious because that's really all he can throw to.
Is you get pressure on Tannehill.
Yeah,
you keep.
We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill Tannehill.
Same defensive plan that Flores walked in the Superdome with. He walked in. People are complaining about the conservative offense. You got to remember that Flores coached Ian Book at the Senior Bowl. He was no stranger to Ian Book. Okay, he knew who this kid was. He walked into that Superdome. He said, "I'm going to run the most vanilla offense you have. Take almost zero chances. Keep the ball, hold on possession, and I'm going to win the game with my defense." That's what we need to do in Tennessee, man. Because I think the interior defensive line of the Titans is about on par of what we just went against of the Saints, a little bit better with Simmons and all that. But I think we're going to walk into that game and, hold on the ball, try to keep possession, and just send 7 at Tannehill. Honestly, just send 7 at this guy. I think our cornerbacks have been underrated because of their statistics this year. The interceptions, people are pointing out X's interceptions. Oh, he's not playing as well. It's because they don't throw the ball his way. They don't throw the ball at Byron. You see what happens when they do. And I think we're going to win this game on defense. That's our identity now. We haven't had an identity for 20 years. We had the Wildcat with Tony Sperano for what, 2 years? We have an identity now.
I will say I think Tua has to do a little bit more in this game to actually come out and win it. Personally, like, I don't think we can play as vanilla and expect to win just because I will give the Tennessee Titans offense much more credit than Ian Book with the Saints.
For sure.
Right? I'm not saying that Tannehill is playing well, but we know he can make it work at certain moments with AJ Brown. So I think this is one where the offense cannot be that vanilla, because if you are, you're coming out expecting to lose.
We can hold this team to under 20 points. That's no.
Absolutely. But then you're expecting the offense to score at least 20. And last time they barely scored 20. They didn't actually. They needed the pick 6 from the defense.
They
scored 13.
But I think that was the plan going in for that game.
Because they punted on 2nd and 3rd down, basically. I mean, it was
they had a 3rd and 12 where they ran.
Yeah, they ran Wildcat. Yeah, I understand that, but I think you cannot do that in this game.
You're not
in Tennessee, not against Tannehill.
It's all game script. If they get
Titans score 23.8 points per game.
The Dolphins get an early lead. Yeah, if the Dolphins get an early lead and they sit here and they start letting JP and AVG and Agba and then they start pinning their ears back and it's just get after Tannehill, it's a wrap, bro. We're looking at 8, maybe 9 sacks and literally 2-3 interceptions. AJ Brown, I've seen him go off a couple times. I'm not that overly concerned with him. I think if anything, we've done a good job of kind of limiting number one options, whether it necessarily means X should not be traveling, absolutely, but I would never even have them really travel like that anyway. Byron's the only one that I would really feel comfortable going in or out of slot, but I mean, you really could just bracket him. You could just put Javon over him. You could put Brandon over him. You could put Eric Rowe over him. There's so many options. I'm not that concerned with AJ Brown, to be honest.
They run one thing to look for in the game, man. We have guys that really think the game. We have smart players. Not only are they really, really talented on defense, but they have high football IQ. Like a lot of those guys know what they're talking about when they see coverages and when they see plays over and over again. Titans love throwing in cuts to AJ Brown field side, meaning the opposite side of the hash. They do it all the time. Watch for this in this game. You might see Xavier Howard give them inside leverage to bait a throw over there and just jump it from the get. And if they get that, they can get a pick 6, and that goes a long way to winning the game. Because they do a ton of design throws. I think Tennessee does more design throws than anybody else.
They have to. They got that's how they get AJ Brown open. They work him open.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and we can just say this now. This is the way the narratives are going to go after Sunday. If the Dolphins win, it's because the Titans are undermanned and they don't have Derrick Henry. So it's, again, the Dolphins getting easy. The Dolphins lose. Oh, they played their first real opponent and they lost. You see, it was all fake. That's just
by the way. There's some news in that regard. Derrick Henry is expected back next week,
right,
against the Texans. He will practice late next week. They're hoping to have him play against the Texans.
That is the hope, and everything has shaped out incredibly favorably for the Miami Dolphins. Kai, when it's ready, if we can pull up the playoff predictor, because I want us as a panel to walk through what's going to shake out for the next 2 weeks, right? Our predictions, which would then do, where the Dolphins end up in seeding, and we can see how that goes.
So, because I'm producer extraordinaire, and I heard you mention it at the 15th minute of the show, I already have 4 different scenarios prepared for this week, and we also have a page open so we can also do what we all think will happen.
Do it junto.
Everything is already set.
All right, let's do the first one. The first one, let's do all of us do it together. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Perfectamundos.
Actually, I think I like this better.
And we'll just vote, right? We'll just go through and vote, and we have an odd number here, so there shouldn't be any ties. KC Cincinnati. I think we all say KC, correct?
Oh,
I wouldn't be
at
so...
Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck me.
I wouldn't be so on it, but I think that KC could be down for a letdown, or Cincinnati could be in for a letdown game.
The Bengals taking that, dude.
You think Bengals? All right, you vote Bengals. Alfredo?
Nah, KC's too hot.
Okay, you say KC. I say KC. Juan?
I'm going to go Bengals.
Right, because you love anybody drafted before in Tua's class. That's not Tua. All right, Kai?
Like I said, I think the Bengals are in for a letdown game, so I'm going KC as well.
Okay, so KC wins that one. And that one does actually matter for Dolphin seeding. Raiders, Colts.
Is Carson Wentz playing? Is he back?
I don't think he's back
yet. So the deal with Carson Wentz is that now that they've reduced it to 5 days, as long as he's not showing symptoms, which I saw a tweet about it earlier, I'll bring it up a little bit later just because I did see something about it, he may or may not be back. There is a possibility because his 5th day would be Sunday morning. So that was from Rappaport this morning. So if he tests negative Sunday morning, then he'll be fine, or whenever they do the test. But if not, we won't see him Sunday. And that's directly from the mouth of Ian Rappaport via the Pat McAfee show.
Okay. So
The starter would be Sam Ehlinger, I believe.
Well, we still got to ask, though. I mean, that offense runs through Jonathan Taylor. So, Kai, your vote, Colts, Raiders?
Fantasy implications, I need Jonathan Taylor to do great, as this is championship week. Realistically, I think the Raiders are the Raiders, and they will continue to fail. I go Colts, even with a backup quarterback.
Okay, so you go Colts, Juan?
Same.
Okay. Ghost?
Don't put that in the fucking air. Don't put that in the air. I can argue
that the Dolphins' 7-game run is more impressive than anything the Colts have done all season as a team. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Okay. Alfredo?
If Wentz plays, man, you gotta feel good about the Colts, man. They're playing so well. And Carson
he made
Wentz,
a big boy
man,
throw Saturday night.
Yeah, if you look at his numbers, man, Carson Wentz has been good for them this year. Like, I know we like to make fun of him, but he's been good. Like that trade worked out for them. When they when they said, you know what, we're gonna send a couple of picks to Philly for Carson Wentz, it was a good trade. That team is good. They beat the Raiders.
All right.
25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Carson Wentz this
Colts
season.
Take it 3-1. I don't need to vote because it doesn't matter either way. I think I would have voted for the Colts. Jaguars, New England. I think we all vote New England. Yay.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm. I click it. I'm not even going to bother you asking the
Dolphins,
question.
Titans, we're going to pick Dolphins because if the Dolphins don't win, I mean, it's just none of this is.
I mean, I also think we all think the Dolphins are going to win.
Maybe. Broncos, Chargers. Chargers are the home team. Broncos defense does always have their way against Juancito's boy, Juancito's Chupapi. So,
yeah, the Broncos defense, man, that's Herbert's white whale. Like, he has to overcome them, man.
Yeah,
that secondary is really, really good.
He's got the Broncos and Tua has the Bills. Everybody has their. Everybody gets
Teddy Bridgewater playing in this thing or no?
I think it's expected to be Drew Lock. And just for update, Justin Herbert's own lone game against the Denver Broncos this season. Of course, they play their second game this week. He had 44 attempts, 28 completions, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. And that was
there were 2 bad picks, though.
Yes, that is true. Broncos won 28-13. Quarterback at the time was Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay,
I will check if he's
go through Alfredo.
Man, it's hard to sweep anybody, right? And much less the Broncos. I think Herbert has a moment here, and he plays well enough for them to kick a field goal.
I mean, he is a good quarterback.
By the way, their quarterback, their coach Brandon Staley is a complete total idiot. I think I'm vindicated on that one.
Well, he's coach of the year.
You're 100% right on that, Ralph. Like,
Bridgewater looks to be out.
I thought he was going to be something, but my God, like, I just don't understand how the fuck you have Derwin James, Joey Bosa, Tillery, Linval Joseph.
Nobody cares.
And they literally give up 27 points a game. I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
Nobody cares.
Just to remind again, Teddy Bridgewater looks to be out. He did not practice today with a concussion.
I mean, I'm voting Chargers. I think Chargers win that game. Alfredo, you said Chargers. Juan,
I think they get it. They get it together for this one.
So that's the 3. Ghost, do you think Chargers as well?
Yeah, I don't think Herbert has 2 horrible games like that in a row.
Yeah, he's a very good quarterback. So put him on the board, Chargers.
I would have gone Broncos, but
it doesn't matter. 4-1, you lose.
Yeah, that's why it's democracy.
Okay. Steelers, Browns. I mean,
they need to get rid of the tie in the NFL. I'm sick of it.
Like, Big Ben's
they need to put college football rules.
That's exactly
after the first overtime. That would be great.
There's no better overtime in football than college football rules. It's the fairest,
100%.
most exciting, and there's no ties.
Just a reminder, it is Big Ben's last home game, most likely.
Yeah, I was gonna go Big Ben because of that.
Steelers upset.
And the Browns are.
I mean, if the Steelers win, it's not even an upset. They're ahead of the Browns in the standings, which is crazy.
I think they're.
Yeah, but I think right now, like, Big Ben is literally like on his last legs. It's like
mid-G
dragging
for
his
shit.
body and mid-G hairs. I love.
All right, Steelers, put them on the board.
Glow.
Oh wait, we didn't even vote.
Yeah, we did. I said Steelers. You said Steelers. Juan said Steelers.
I didn't say
Steelers.
I didn't say Steelers.
You said he won. Oh, who are you saying?
I said it's his. I'm going with the Browns. I think that
I say Steelers. Juan?
Steelers.
Ghost?
Steelers.
Alfredo?
Yeah, Steelers. They get it together.
Look, I'm fine being the lone wolf. I think that the Browns last week, the reason why they lost to the Packers is just because of Baker Mayfield. I understand that he's still going to be the starter, but
hey, Baker Mayfield
interceptions and it was a 1-possession game.
Baker Mayfield graded better than Tua last week, man.
Oh,
Ian Book graded better than Tua.
Ian Book better than Tua.
Bills, Falcons. Bills are the home team. I don't think we have to go through it. Just put it on the board.
Bills.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to go through it either.
Bills,
I don't think we have to go through any of these, to be perfectly frank.
I mean, let's just
the Rams. That one's important because that one sent Baltimore packing.
Right.
Yeah.
So and I think the Rams are going to win it.
Yeah.
That's an important game.
Yeah. So that is an important game.
So I think we all vote Rams.
Rams with a Van Jefferson 55-yard touchdown.
Because Lamar isn't coming back either. So put Rams.
Is Lamar out?
Yeah.
Lamar practiced yesterday. He was limping. He was out of practice today with an ankle. Most likely he'll be out again. I don't know if Tyler Huntley is off of the vid list.
At Ravens?
It is Rams at Baltimore.
I will
check for Huntley, but if it's Josh Johnson again, you're not getting that.
On the Ravens though. Stafford had a pretty bad game, and then them traveling cross.
We already have 3 votes for the Rams though, so
I'm just
Tyler Huntley was activated off of the COVID-19 list, so if he is in
he's better than Lamar, so might as well play him, right?
No, wait, can we talk about Mark Andrews is amazing.
Yes, he is.
He's an animal. He's an animal.
That guy,
I've loved him.
Look, sometimes when you evaluate for the draft, we all loved Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews was not this at Oklahoma. He was a one-dimensional 3-route runner. He was at Oklahoma what Gesicki became in the pros. Okay? And then all of a sudden he comes to the pros. He still can't block for shit. But man, good God, does he have a route?
I mean, he's the best tight end in the NFL this season.
Did you guys ever see Mark
Kelsey's still a problem, man.
Statistically,
what'd you say, Ghost?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ghost?
Did you ever see Mark Andrews' high school photo? He looked like he was like 35 in high school.
He might actually be older than Tom Brady, still playing in the NFL.
It's like that bench warmers scene where he's like, "I am 12."
Oh my God, he looks. I was about to say something. I had to protect my.
Okay, hey, Kai, who you voting for?
I think that the Ravens season's not going to overcome anything. I think the Rams are going to go in there and stomp them.
Rams, put it up. We don't have to walk through this either. Yep. And
this doesn't really
that's
matter.
Actually pretty close. I mean, the Texans are a great team, or the Chargers suck.
We better hope the Texans win because we need that pick to be lower.
I think the Texans will end up winning this game because I don't think Trey Lance is ready.
Okay, so
Trey Lance is going to start.
Yeah, Trey Lance is starting. So Kai votes 49ers.
No. Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo.
No, I vote Texans.
Jimmy Garoppolo is telling everybody that he's going to play through the thumb injury. He's crazy. He has a UCL injury. That is Bam Adebayo's injury.
He threw the game away against Tennessee. I don't want to see him again.
Yeah, his thumb, if you have a UCL injury, your thumb is essentially useless. You have no pressure. So you can't throw a football. So he's not playing for the rest of the year. It's going to be Trey Lance.
Threw the game away against the Titans.
Okay, so I think we all vote Texans.
Week 18.
49ers. But, okay.
By the way, Davis Mills. Pretty good.
That's
good.
Better than Tua. Okay. Broncos.
All right, your trolling is getting to levels where like I'm starting to think you're serious, bro. So like let's just
a
little bit.
Bengals Browns.
I'm voting Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals get to clinch the division right there in Cleveland. That's their real arch rival. So absolutely.
Joey Burrow's such a dog. He's gonna smoke a cigar after this for sure.
Fins, baby. Isn't this a thing? Do we do this? I don't know. It looks silly.
Yeah.
All right.
They took away the fins to the left, fins to the right after field goals, and they play the Dolphins #1. I think that's ridiculous.
We don't deserve to have the #1 after field goals. Right, you're just talking about where
want
Jason
some field
Sanders
goals
missed
to
it
start
too.
going in.
Yeah,
and
kickers suck.
Maybe we can talk about what he wants to play.
Fuck you, Mike.
You should me that Jason Sanders wasn't bad this year, and I don't know how.
No. Kai fully understands. It's been a bad year for kickers.
It's a bad year for kickers. It's different with the holders.
Yeah, but no, we fully shit on Jason.
Hey, listen,
for a couple games.
Sorry that there's one of us here that understands that kickers matter, and the other one, Alfredo Arteaga, is holding his tongue. So
people,
I blame Flaherty. It's new holder.
I will say this: that 59-yarder that Sanders missed, that was a bad hold.
Yeah, that wasn't on him.
Fuck you and fuck you.
Did you see what happened?
That was on that side. That was tough.
Did you see what happened when Colt McCoy was holding?
No, I didn't see that.
Borregales. Borregales.
The holder is important. He had Matt Hawk his entire career, and then you switch it up.
No, they don't, Grayson. I'm sorry, but they don't. Okay.
Or not his entire career, but he had Matt Hawk.
Ravens, Steelers. Ravens at home. I vote Ravens. Just shout them out.
I mean, neither of them or anything.
I mean, this doesn't matter at this point, anyways, does it?
No, the Dolphins won, so it doesn't matter.
The Steelers win, they can't.
Really, none of this matters now.
Yeah, if the Dolphins win, so like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, just matters. I don't think the Steelers can make it at 9-7, unless a bunch of other people lose out. Like in this scenario, it doesn't matter.
I think that the Steelers could end up seeking that out if Lamar.
So one Steelers, one Ravens, one
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens.
Ravens on the board. Texans, Titans. I firmly believe the Texans will beat the Titans week 18, no matter what happens this week against the Dolphins. I think the Texans are going to beat the Titans.
I will say this. I've read a lot of Tennessee news this week, okay, from their beat writers.
Yeah, it keeps coming up on my YouTube, too.
Yeah, they're completely overlooking the Dolphins. They're all in on this game because they know they need this one right here against the Texans to clinch the division. So, like, it's almost like they don't care what happens this Sunday. They know they got to get that one. They're even working on Derrick Henry to get ready for that game. So, I think
I firmly believe the Texans are going to win that
game. The Texans.
All right, so Alfredo votes Titans. Ghost?
Whatever. Davis Mills finishes 3-0. Whatever. I'm taking it.
All right. Texans, Juan?
I'm going to go Titans.
Okay. Kai?
It's Texans.
Damn it. I'm the tiebreaker.
I firmly believe the Texans are going to win that game.
You could keep
Let's
saying
throw some chaos into this. Let's go Davis. Because he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
3-0 to finish the season. Davis Mills.
I like watching Davis. He's fun.
Okay.
Fun to watch
Jaguars, Colts.
If Wentz is fully back, I think they win this game.
Colts. I say Colts.
I feel like the Jaguars are going to they pull some random shit out of nowhere, but
Jaguars are an absolute mess.
Let's say
and they lost James Robinson. That actually does matter.
Let's say Bills over Jets. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then what? Chiefs over Broncos.
Oh, is KC battling for anything?
No, they're not.
No.
But it doesn't matter either way. I mean, win or lose, it literally doesn't change the standings at all.
Oh, okay. So,
and then
what? I can't see it. We can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
Chargers Raiders. That's a good one.
I'm voting Raiders because F Justin Herbert.
The Raiders, with a loss this weekend, would be knocked out of the playoffs completely, barring something crazy.
If the Chargers win, do they get in?
Nope.
That they do. Oh! And the Titans would be out of the playoffs.
They're gonna
in this scenario.
Wait. And at that point, Dolphins are 5 seed.
Correct. What's most likely is going to happen is this, and the Dolphins wind up being the 6. But
okay. So based on what we've picked in our voting, which I guess really my Texans vote actually mattered a lot. You know what?
Well, are we picking the Chargers or not?
I'm going to take it back now.
No, we're already past that. Are we picking the Chargers
more likely.
I don't think it's more likely. It was a fucking democracy.
I vote Raiders. Fuck the Chargers.
I think that the Raiders. I think the Chargers will win this one.
Come on,
Raiders.
What? Ghost.
Doesn't even believe it.
Herbert's on a rampage. He's gonna go on a rampage.
Okay, so that's 2-2. Alfredo, break that tie.
What was the result the last time they played?
I think Chargers won.
We can figure it out right here. The Chargers won week 4, and that's when the Raiders were kind of on a hot streak. I think that was overtime.
Okay, Raiders return the favor, and they play spoiler.
Chupapi.
Let's go. That's how it would finish out. So the playoffs for the AFC would have the Dolphins facing the Bengals.
I would love that.
This is beautiful.
And what seed would they have?
5th.
Hello,
they would be the 5th
Mario
seed.
And Belarus.
And just to keep this in mind, like let's say that if the Titans win this, the Colts win, and whatever, the Titans end up winning out are losing, and then they win this game, and both the Colts and the Titans get in. Any loss for the Dolphins mean that they are out completely.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind.
I mean, all of our assumptions are Dolphins win out. I mean, it has to be.
So
But if the Titans do win,
there is a way that they can get it at 9-8. I was looking at it yesterday, but I didn't cement
but
it.
If the
there
Titans do win that game against the Texans, then the Dolphins come in as a 6 seed and play the Bills round 1. Correct?
Yes, that would be
because
correct.
the Colts would be 5.
In this case, they're the 5 seed. You said.
Oh
yes, in our scenario.
No.
And who's the 6? Who's the 6 and who's the 7?
Patriots 6, Titans 7.
Yep.
Okay.
That would be a fun wild card weekend.
Wait, so then pick these Dolphins over Joey Puta, right?
I disagree.
No, he's a G, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're going on about.
I don't know about what Juan's saying, but I feel like the Bengals. Well, it is Cincinnati Bengals, but we are also the Dolphins.
Joe Burrow is the most sacked quarterback in the league, too.
Bro, I'm just saying, the Dolphins.
This is.
Hey, you gotta understand. You gotta
always fail in the playoffs.
The Bengals' highs are high, but their lows are garbage.
They are.
Like, they're capable of going out there and just
against the
killed.
Chargers. They kept trying to hand the Chargers the game, literally.
If there's any quarterback who could probably kill you in cover 0, one of the ones I've seen do it to a couple teams has been Joey Burrow. So I think that's a great game. I would thoroughly enjoy that because, I mean, if the offense and the defense of the offense of the Bengals and our defense somehow cancel each other out and it's just on Tua to beat the Bengals defense, then I think we actually have a really strong chance to win that game because I'm not scared of their defense at all.
Can we play out this first round to see who the hell we play in the second round?
Sure.
All right, Dolphins beat the Bengals. And then what's that second? Is the Bills and the Patriots?
Mm-hmm. Bills
are going to get
that. The Bills will murder them.
38-7.
Yep.
Yeah, Bills will murder them. And then the Colts would have something for Tennessee. Because it's hard to beat somebody 3 times. All right? And holy shit.
Now, we take down Patrick Mahomes, right?
All right, so anyways, to go into, just because I had this set up and then we do want to wrap a little bit soon. So I did give us kind of like results just from this week and how they can all, situate themselves just for this week and how things would look. So this is if these all like results hold: KC, Colts, Patriots, Dolphins, Chargers, Browns. Huh?
You didn't pick Bills.
Oh, sorry. This is if all these hold. Thank you. That's how it would look. I think it's just kind of the same as it is right now, if I'm not completely mistaken. Different result here. Dolphins still in 7th, but the Colts and Patriots swap based on the Raiders win. I think that's similar as this one in terms of seeding, except the Bengals go up because they beat the Chiefs. And then this one is like DEFCON. The Dolphins the Dolphins win in their end anyways, but they would be on the outside looking in at least in the last weekend, which would make 9 and 8.
This is the scenario. If we win, we still could be looking outside in.
Well, no. So the Dolphins, if the Dolphins win out, no matter what, they're in the playoffs. It does not matter what happens.
No. But right now.
But for this week, if this all happened, they would be on the outside looking in.
What are the key games here? It's Broncos over Chargers.
I believe it was the Broncos Chargers one because that's the one that kept like when I swapped it. Because if I swapped the Colts one, nothing really happened. It's just the Broncos Chargers.
Oh, because it was the Chargers.
I think it's like
the tiebreaker that puts us in.
Tiebreakers, yeah.
Yeah. So
because when more than one team are tied, they don't go head to head.
They go conference.
Yeah, and it's also, the one with the Chargers is that similar opponents. So because we had a better record against similar opponents than the Chargers, we're the ones that got in.
And
so saying this happens,
I think what is it? Most likely seeding is 6.
No matter what in this scenario, by the way, the Dolphins went out, nothing matters. As you can see, it doesn't matter who the fuck does what.
So we could potentially play the Titans twice in 2 weeks here.
Pretty much.
No,
no, that is what he said is true.
Oh, how is it that the Patriots clinched this weekend? Is it with the Raider loss? That's it, right?
No, there's multiple things. I think we have to lose. There was an exact tweet about it. I will find that right now before we wrap.
But yeah, if the Dolphins make the playoffs, I think the odds are, if they are in, it's something like an 80 to 85% chance that they'd be in the 6th seed. Would be the way it goes. And then they could technically go as high as the 3rd seed. There is a way that works, but it takes.
So according to everyone's favorite gremlin, Ben Volen, the Patriots can clinch this week with a win and a Dolphins loss or tie, a win, a Raiders loss or tie, a tie, a Dolphins loss, a Raiders loss, and a Chargers loss or tie. And it just gets into a bunch of other bullshit.
To Hugo's point, yes, there is a way the Dolphins can win the division. They would need
a very
the Bills,
non-realistic
way. Bills to finish 10-7.
Yeah.
Yes. No, incorrect. You are extremely incorrect.
I thought if the Bills
finish 10-7, they still have the 2-0 lead against us.
Yeah, but have a three-way tie.
Yeah, three-way tie between Patriots, Bills, and Dolphins.
And
Dolphins
we would have.
Check it.
I will show you.
I
will show you. I will show you. Don't worry. The Dolphins would still,
show me, bro.
Dolphins would still lose the division.
The Bills are 11-6, dog.
Or sorry, 10-7. They would still lose the division anyways. Let's say that they lose one of these. Yeah.
Have them lose to the Jets then.
It still doesn't matter. I'm
I
telling
it
you
wouldn't
guys
matter
you're
because
wrong.
AFC record. Okay.
I'm telling you guys you're wrong.
Okay, you don't have to be a bitch.
The Dolphins lost twice to the Bills. There's nothing the Dolphins can do about the AFC East unless the Bills lose out.
Yeah.
So if the Bills lose out, then we get it, right?
The Bills lose out and we win out. We win the division.
Yes.
And then if
the 2 losses against the Bills means that no matter what happens, it doesn't matter.
And then the Bengals just have to lose one of their games?
For what?
For us to have tiebreaker over them and then end up 3rd seed?
I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, but
so there's a way to get us. Buffalo has to be what? They have to be below us. But even if we're a 3-way tie, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because Buffalo would have 1 division loss.
It's not even really.
We would have 2.
Okay. Quick reminder here: nothing with Buffalo and the Dolphins matters because Buffalo beat the Dolphins twice. So none of it matters unless the Bills lose out. Just a reminder. So unless the Bills lose out, there's no way the Dolphins can trump the Bills. The Bills beat the Dolphins twice.
I thought it went conference first and then
head
to head.
No, for division, it's head to head and then division record. 3-way tie, it's division record. And the Dolphins can't have a better division record than Buffalo. Buffalo has 1 loss.
I'm just gonna trust all you guys because Kai loses me every single year when we start doing these like playoff hypotheticals.
You're bad at this. You're really bad at this. Honestly,
I just sit here quietly. Honestly, you win and you handle your business. Like whatever happens, happens. I don't like that's
back-to-back years where if the Dolphins win, nothing else matters.
That's right.
I just don't like when you say that because how we finished last year.
Again, but the thing is, last year, a way that they can get in at 9-8, but they need a bunch of people to lose this week.
But last year even was crazy because it was like for the Dolphins to be out of the playoffs, they had to lose those games and a bunch of other crazy scenarios had to happen. Yeah. Like it was like a bunch of other stuff had to fall in line. And
you got to remember last year all the bad luck the Dolphins had the weekend that they beat the Raiders. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Raiders on Saturday night. Remember? And then the following day it was a disaster zone.
Yeah, it was the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, it was the worst scenario.
It was the exact opposite of this past weekend.
Because the Dolphins, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Dolphins they had a clinching scenario with losses that Sunday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember I was in my backyard watching all the games and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to celebrate, making the playoffs. And I kept looking at the screen like, holy shit, all of this shit is going against us.
Yeah,
I was in a house in Arizona this past weekend rooting my ass off for the Texans, bro. I was so excited on that pick 6.
That was a crazy game. I can't believe that.
And it was just because of you, Juan. Nothing else. I didn't care. I didn't care all about the Dolphins playoff.
Your whole Sunday thinking about me.
I just cared about you eating some shit, dude. That's all I cared about.
Just to help out for those who maybe want to consider the 9-8, if these results hold this weekend, KC beats Cincinnati, Indy, New England, Dolphins, Denver, Cleveland, Buffalo, Tampa, LA, and San Francisco win. And then the following week, the Buffalo, Cincy, New England, Indy, Baltimore, Tennessee, Denver, and the Chargers win. The Miami Dolphins will make it at 9-8. If the Raiders win, the Miami Dolphins will be out.
What happens if KC wins?
If KC wins,
Yeah.
Then the Chargers are in. So
because we need Denver in it for the.
It's not terribly though. That's
not terribly,
especially if the Chiefs sit guys because they're not playing for anything.
There might be.
I mean, the Bills
be different. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Just checking.
I just want to play the Chargers in the
That
playoffs.
is the way.
Okay.
Just win and you're in. Whatever. You're winning and you're in.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Playoffs started. I mean, at this point, what playoffs started 8 weeks ago? Eight or 9 weeks ago.
7.
Yep. Playoffs started then.
Dolphins would have to realistically win 9 straight games to make the playoffs, just to have everybody.
What's incredibly upsetting is that there was plenty of games they could have had to maybe ease up on this a little bit.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have
the
made
defense
history,
let them down.
So.
I mean, Jason Sanders let them down.
In your own words, Tua put the Dolphins up in three different games, and the defense let them down. In your own words, Michael. So
it's true.
I just find it interesting that nobody mentions that Tua in games where he plays the majority is 13-6. 13-6.
I firmly believe QB wins aren't a stat.
There has to be something to it. What, the defense just decides, oh, we're gonna suck because he's not the quarterback? I don't know.
Does that include Ravens too, Al?
Yeah. I include the Ravens
because he played majority of that game. Didn't he come?
He won the Ravens game. He won the Ravens game. I don't know.
Well, we will see you guys Sunday morning at Kai.
I don't fucking know. I think I said 11:30.
Yes,
I'm being bullied to move it to 11.
Oh, by the way, update. We haven't even talked about it on this show. Update on the weather. It's gotten better. It's 40 degrees now. Just gusts
under 50.
Of wind.
You know, Tua's going full sleeves, and my boy gonna be shivering all game.
He's had what 2 cold games, and it was Denver last year and the Bills last year.
That Denver game wasn't even cold.
I thought it was
wasn't
cold.
even cold.
It was like 40, I think.
Was
mile high.
That's good football weather though. He's probably not wearing sleeves in 40.
Bro, we're from South Florida. That's cold. You get below 70, it's cold.
Yeah, that's shorts weather up here.
He's
Nah,
from Hawaii,
bro.
so that's even worse. 70's cold for him.
Nah.
Where the fuck do I find you gotta find it on Game Log.
By the way, the Dolphins posted the video of that 40-yard pass by Mac. I gotta give Mac some credit. That boy caught a knuckleball.
That kind of looked like a duck, didn't it?
That Mac Hollins is going to be a Hall of Famer.
I'm just surprised Mac Hollins didn't have to
Why do I
turn
have a
his
flag of
hips,
Bayern
Juan.
Munich? Because they're better than whatever team you support. That's why.
Whoa, dude.
I just
What?
came
Who
straight
hurt
from the
you?
hip.
What happened?
Straight from the hip, shooting.
Try to put it out there, bro.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna try to find
Only
the
team I
coldest
respect in
game.
this entire thing is PSG, and that's because of Juan. And besides that, PSG can go suck a cock.
Chelsea.
Chelsea can also go suck a cock.
God damn it! I can't find the weather. Broncos, Dolphins. The game was at 4:05. It doesn't say the weather. Oh, here it is. Here's the weather. It was 45 degrees. 45 degrees. And wind was 7 miles an hour. Relative humidity was 19%.
It was nippy.
Okay. That's nippy. Against Buffalo.
You could cut some glass through your shirt.
20.
Against Buffalo was 35
if
degrees.
only that was true.
Okay. And it was wind was 1 mile per hour. There was no wind. The wind chill was 0. Humidity was 93%. It was supposed to snow, and it didn't snow.
I don't want to piss on anyone's parade, but the Nashville weather right now for 12 p.m. Sunday is 39 with 55% snow.
Oh, no.
I don't
Duke
throw a 55-yard
down to the run game.
Duke in the snow. Let's go.
Looks like Philip Lindsay's getting 30.
All right, over under on Tua pass attempts 3.
Under.
Nah, snow and cold was built to throw. If you're gonna throw short passes, now's the time.
Oh man, that sucks.
Especially in the
I
snow.
mean,
The receivers know where they're going, and their DBs don't.
That's honestly the weirdest thing about that Mac game is like all they do is throw short, and they decided in the one game that you're supposed to throw it short, not to throw it short. It's like it was like the most egotistical thing from Bill Belichick ever. I don't get it. I really don't.
Nice Bill.
You know it was because then what is it? The head coach for the Bills afterwards came out and said, "Don't give Bill any credit. He doesn't deserve any of it." Like,
does anyone have any final words?
I can't believe the balls on that reporter that asked Micah Hyde. He said, "Are you guys embarrassed?"
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
I was going to talk about the New Year's resolution one.
Yeah,
no.
being asked about a New Year's resolution after losing.
Ty, don't do it. I gotta thank our guests. Stop.
Fine.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna call it. Don't do it. We'll see you guys Sunday. Ghost, thank you for being here. Alfredo, as always,
appreciate you, bro.
Open invitation. We'll see you guys Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Go ahead, Kai.